Hiya!
Hello.
Welcome back to Sinister Chapters. I'm Ellie. What's your name?
Fuck. We didn't do names in the first one.
No, we didn't. It's fine.
Shit.
But I'm Ellie.
I'm Jordan.
Here we go. And we are Sinister Chapters Podcast. Today, we are still sticking with the dark and taboo.
We've gone paranormal this time, though.
We have.
Little...
This is Conjure by Harleigh Beck. And we'll kick off with the blurb. Starts off with a fucking bang.
She went there.
They're dead.
Ah.
I watched them die. That's the only reason we're here in this no-name town, living in this creepy old house whose shadows promise more than just darkness. The only thing worse than the house are the woods behind it, where the whispers in the wind lead you to a deafening silence. Something lurks here, nests here, thrives here. It feeds on us, our chaos, our anger, our desire. The desire I shouldn't have for my stepbrother Dominic. But it seems I can't seem to ignore it. The dark depravity, painful pleasure we share together. It's here for me, wants me, my secrets and my fear. I will do anything and kill anyone to get to me. I need to stop it. I need to protect the people I love. I will stop at nothing to end the madness, even if it kills me.
Dun, dun, dun.
Would you like to read it out? Triggers.
Oh, yeah.
Content warning.
But Harleigh does put, it's worth noting that it's a horror, not a romance. So a happily ever after is not guaranteed. Which I was also fuming about again.
It's sort of has a happily ever after.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Just not the way that you think.
No.
So obviously we've got the usual dub-con, non-con, you know. Sexual assault. Sexual assault / rape.
Whoops.
Whoopsie. Degradation, humiliation, murder, graphic torture, graphic injury, self-mutilation, suicide, primal play, barebacking, and blood play. That's a nice little cocktail mix there. You know, a little bit of everything. Covers all bases, I think.
Oh, it does.
There's
Oh, yeah, and
some
there
demons in there as well.
They're step-siblings.
Oh, yes.
By the way.
Must not forget that.
They are not blood-related.
No. That's for another
wait.
time.
Ain't it the dad or the mum? The dad.
The dad.
It's both their dads. But it's not both their dads.
What?
If you remember.
Oh, yeah.
So they're not blood-related.
No,
They think they might be.
but we're not. Fuck it. Sorry if you don't like it.
Sorry.
Whoopsie.
So we start off meeting Carmen?
I thought it was Cameron.
Cameron?
Cameron.
Cam.
Cat.
We meet Cam.
Yeah,
That's the girl.
that's the little lady in this.
And then we've got Dominic, who's tall, dark and handsome and very mysterious.
And very moody and is an absolute dick. Green flag.
Green flag. Sold.
So, raw. Next question.
So, shall we do first highlights? What's your first one?
So, mine was quite late in, actually.
Mine's in the first chapter, page
Right.
13.
Oh, mine was page 50.
Oh.
I probably didn't care for the backstory.
I've got quite a lot from the backstory. So I will go ahead and
All
read
right.
out a few of mine. So my first one is something about the woods calls to me, urging me to explore, to disappear into the depths, to get lost. Then my next one. The stale air already smells of him. Citrus, leather, and all things forbidden.
We are not
So
forgiven.
she's talking about Dominic at this point. So
Of
he smells
course.
like citrus and leather.
Nice.
I'm right.
What does leather smell like?
Side note. Do have you seen the memes about authors picking scents for main male
For the
characters?
dudes.
Just like going into like a TK Maxx or like a Yankee Candle going,
Piss take.
yeah, I'll do. You smell like cedarwood, leather,
And lies. They pick a lily at Valley Up. Cheating bastard.
Because I feel like a lot of them, you know, smell like leather and citrus.
And cigs.
Yeah. And it's like,
What if
Wait.
you smelt like piss?
what's the one that's like, why can't one of them, I don't know.
Everything's like oud.
Yeah.
Wood.
Like, could not one of them, I don't know, he wears,
Sauvage.
yeah, Dior Sauvage. Or like, I don't know, Jean-Paul Gaultier.
1 million.
That's what he smells like. It smells
Yeah.
like CK1. And the room smells like Lynx Africa
Yes!
whenever he walks in.
He's done a full bottle of it before he gets anywhere. And the ladies can't keep their hands off him.
Oh no.
I don't know where they come up with the smells.
No, neither do I.
Do you know what they should do? Do you know in like Avon books where they put the scents on and you can rub them? So when you get a book, the scent should be on. Nice that.
Petition to get scratch and sniff on books.
I want a scratch and sniff. Not for piss and shit though.
No.
I just want it for people's bergamot smells.
Yeah.
Because I don't remember what these smell like.
No. Oranges?
I don't know.
Citrus. Wood.
Gravel. Outsideness. Hot.
Smells like forest.
Smells like twigs. Leaves. I don't understand.
So he smells like
Nice.
citrus, leather, and all things forbidden.
He smells like
Perfect.
dark.
Dark. But she's like addicted to him. And then
But
you
he
know,
hates her though, doesn't he?
oh yeah.
He hates her.
But then they get into this house.
Yeah.
You know, creepy old house.
Of course.
She's in bed, tucked up. She's had a TikTok time. It's time for bed.
Yeah, she's had a stimulation time.
She just said, there's something in the corner of the room beside the door. Something is watching me. Something that chills me to my bones. Something evil. When really, think about it, could just be a dressing gown.
It's a dressing gown. Because it always is.
Always is. That dark figure in the room
Is your dressing gown.
is a dressing gown.
And if it's not, I'm sorry.
If it's not, burn it.
I do apologise.
Move house.
Set fire to it.
Sorry.
You shouldn't be here.
No. So your first one was?
Mine was just what's it called? So obviously they're all at school together. They're all like school age, aren't they?
I think
Like not
they're like,
not UK school age though.
they're like American school age, aren't they? In school until they're like 18 or something.
Something like that. That's dreadful. And he's just
Being a dick.
yeah, he is like the complete asswipe to her, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's a proper bully.
Yeah.
And we've got all her mates. One's called Aaron, isn't he? He's a twat bag. And
They all go through Ringer as well.
so obviously, little Dom over here, he's talking to his sister, not related. And he's very much just like, he has his eyes on you, and she's like, ooh, what you on about? And Dom's like, the black-haired one. And she's like, oh, Aaron. You know,
that one.
Aaron.
Oh, mate.
And he tells her to shut up. Shut your fucking mouth. I don't want to hear his name on your lips. And I'm like, oh, someone's jealous.
I'm jealous.
You said you didn't like her.
You said they wasn't allowed to. So,
You said you didn't like her.
context, a little bit. When they go to this new school, he like drives her in.
Yeah.
And they get out of the car and he's like, don't look at me, don't touch
Yeah.
me, don't come in my
We're
vicinity.
not even like...
We are not related. I do not know you. Leave it at that.
Perfect.
But then she's sat with her mates And he comes
over.
He comes strolling up, being like, "Hi, babes.
Hey,
Hey,
what you doing?"
how's it going?"
And she's like,
What the fuck?
"What the fuck? I thought you didn't like me.
Huh?
You just said not to go near you.
Yeah?
And here you are, waltzing over in all your oud and leather and cig smells. Right? Here, perforating my nasal passages with your smells. Asking me how the fuck I am.
And it's just like, right, okay. Fine.
I love the bullying between them both.
I've actually got this card to a bit. It's like, sometimes I can't decide whether he wants to skin me alive or devour me whole. Possibly both.
Both. Together at the same time.
But it's the whole with Conjure. And I've noticed with a lot of the darker books that we have read, and, you know, demons and all of that.
I do like a demon.
Religion. Oh, yeah. Because you've got the psalm. Sound like a teenage boy with my voice breaking.
You've got the psalm.
You've got the psalms. In this one, it's Psalm 106, 30. I don't know how you actually pronounce it.
I ain't read the Bible, so I don't
Neither
know.
have I.
Clearly.
And it's and it says they sacrifice their sons and daughters to the demons. And it's just the whole thing with this
It's very
demon. It's like obsessed with her.
Yeah. But we like Buddy read this. What a fucking journey.
And it was.
You think, right, so if you've read Harleigh Beck's before,
You know,
you think you know the story.
and you think you've clocked it, you've figured it out.
You've fully convinced yourself, I know what's going to happen, blah, blah, blah. You don't. You think you've got it figured out. You think you know why this demon is here in this house. Why it's tormenting the both of them.
Nope.
Turns out you don't.
No, you've got no idea.
You constantly question the characters all the way through it.
Yeah.
You automatically, because obviously they've got like this sort of big group of friends, aren't they? And you constantly question who is who.
Well, don't they go to... They go to like a party or something, and one of them's like, fuck it, banging idea.
Let's do a Ouija board.
Ouija boards. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but like...
Have you not read?
Have you not
watched paranormal shit?
Yeah, have you not watched like...
Have you not watched that Baggins? Have you not watched Twin Paranormal?
Like, whose idea of fun is... I'm sorry if that is your idea of fun, but like, whose
idea of fun is that?
Is summoning a demon.
I think it depends what demon turns up.
If it looks like Leon.
Say no more.
Or, what was his name? Callum, I think his name was.
And Zane.
Yeah, if it looks like any of them...
If you know, you know.
Sold.
I'll take it.
Or the ones from Heartless Heathens. They were demons.
Oh.
And there's 3 of them.
Oh. Nice.
Like 3 for the price of 1.
We get 3 personalities roped into one.
That's just us on a normal day.
I know. But it's just... I don't know.
Don't they do the... This is right. If you haven't noticed from the last episode, these are all over the shop. This is just how our brains are like.
Yeah. We've
Get
got
used to
tabs open.
Music's playing.
Yeah. The
Don't know
wash
where
is
it's
on.
coming from.
The dryer's on at the same time. Someone's lawn mowing.
Someone's knocking the door. I can't get to it. I'm busy.
I've not had nearly enough alcohol.
Do they go in a church at one point?
I'm convinced there's a church in this.
There is.
Because this...
I've got to the bit where I'm...
Yeah, because this demon in this house, there's a whole fucking backstory to it, because we've got a demon who's living rent-free. We've got a lumberjack that just appears randomly.
Which I was... I was convinced that was her actual dad.
So was I at one point.
Because like, I was throwing theories...
Left, right. Tinfoil hats were on.
I had a mountain of them at one point. Ran out of tinfoil, had to go buy some more. I was convinced that the lumberjack guy was her dad, but then it was like only she can see him, and then suddenly,
and then I was convinced that he was dead.
and then Dominic could see him.
Yes, and I thought, why can he see him when only she could see him?
Yeah,
but he only ever arrived at like certain points, or when she was facing trouble.
When she was lost in woods, he was like, "Come on,"
because she went for a wander, and he was like, "You can't be out here." Takes her back home, and then obviously Dom's like, "Who the fuck was that?" And she's like, "Whoa, you can see him as well."
Hold your fucking horses! You didn't like me a minute ago.
Yeah, and why are you here again? What you stupid smell? Can't believe you're here again.
Your citrus,
Yeah,
and your leather, and
your ood,
and your darkness.
and all your nastiness. Yeah. But
he is... Dominic is absolutely filthy.
Oh, yeah.
In some of the things that he says.
Oh, he is. Oh,
so, I have got a quote from our mate Dominic.
Oh.
So he says... Oh, he's on about Aaron again.
Of course. Fuck this, Aaron.
Let Aaron touch you again, and I'll kill him. I don't give a shit how pretty you look. How pretty you look begging for my cock. Or how needy you are. No one gets to touch you except for me. And then she's like, why is it that the more he degrades me, the more I get aroused?
Been there.
And he's like, why do I love the vile words spilling from his mouth while he beats his dick as though he wants to rip it off? Why do I respond to this unhinged side of him? Tell me you want it. Tell me you want my cum. And she's just like, I want your cum, Dominic. Want it now.
I'm ready. Shop's open.
And then he says, his eyes darken at the nickname, his fingers twitching in my tangled hair. Can I taste your cock now? I ask. More pre-cum slips from the crown. And he's like,
I'm having the best time. Go, bitch.
And then she's like, doing the Gluck Gluck 3000. And then it gets to the point where she's like, it says, I stare at the shorts for a beat and then release an incestuous sound, my clit throbbing. What about me? What about you? He says, doing up his belt. Aren't you going to return the favour? Those intense eyes clash with mine. I told you this wasn't a reward. Get dressed before I fuck you raw in the ass. Stop fighting me. I'm taking you home so you can sober up and stop embarrassing yourself.
He might as well just said, fuck you, bitch.
Pretty much.
Fuck you.
Pretty much.
But there's a plot twist to it because he is convinced that she broke up their mum and dad's marriage.
Yeah. Well... I'm still kind of confused about that whole...
So am I, even though I've read it, because he basically says to her, first you go after my dad, and now your mouth is stuffed full of my dick.
Yeah.
And then that had me thinking, did she really sleep with his dad?
I think she did.
Do you?
Yeah. Because wasn't it recorded?
Yeah.
So she's got... But was it...
was it
the
her
dad? Was it the
Not
demon?
the demon.
Because the demon likes to take control of people.
He likes going in other people's skin suits.
Where's Dominic quite a lot?
Oh, yeah. So, right, you... Hold on a fucking minute. So, the peeps that have watched Supernatural will know which Dean to pick. Do you want the normal Dean, or do you want the demon one? Because the demon Dom in this...
Any day.
All day.
Any day.
Raw again. Next question.
Puddle folded like a deck chair.
Just straight up, take my soul. I don't need it.
No, I'm done.
But there's a lot of time in the house where he starts to question what's going on. And he is fully convinced that he's getting a Blim Jim off his sister.
Yeah, because like he goes, doesn't he like wake up in like the middle of the night or something?
Yeah.
And he's like, fucking parched, mate.
Yeah, proper thirsty.
So he goes downstairs and then suddenly
she's arrived. She's
Cam
like...
appears in like the doorway. She's wearing a PJs, but they're like short shorts.
Little Winsett moment.
Yeah.
And next
then
minute,
next minute-
she's, you know, he's getting a blim blom scoopy doop. And it turns out it's not her at all.
It's the demon.
It's the demon. She's done a full fucking exorcist on him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And he's like, oh.
My soul's being sucked out my dick. But he goes along with it, fully convinced that it's his sister.
I mean, at this point, I don't think he really gives a fuck.
No, but it happens to her as well.
Yeah, because she goes to...
She gets, you know, backdoor Pound Town.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh my god, Dom, and it's not, it's the demon instead.
It's the demon. Well,
This dude's fucking around.
It's the point where, like, something's happened with it. She's like, it's a red or something.
As you do.
And she's laid in Dominic's bed. Dom's gone to go get some water or something.
Bit of spittle.
Painkillers.
Paracetamol.
And there's, like, something in the bed.
Yeah.
And I remember...
She's fully convinced. She's like, oh my god, he's come back. He's trying it on.
Yeah. And I remember messaging you being like, what the fuck's in the bed?
There's something in there.
Something in the bed. That's not
Something's
that's
in there.
That shouldn't be in the bed. But there's something in the bed.
It's there.
So hold on, I've got our reactions. Hold on, why was there a meat grinder?
Was that a thing? There must have been.
So at one point, Dominic says, "Eyes on me." Our eyes are open.
That wide.
They're...
I've never been more awake.
Because he says to her, he's like, what's going on in that sweet head of yours?
Everything. How long have you got?
And then Dom gets like dead protective over Cam about this ghost.
Yeah.
And then Dom starts threatening the ghost.
Which is kind of weird, but what else?
But it's kind of hot.
Yeah.
And then they're at this party where they've just done Ouija board.
I see.
And then Dom kisses her in front of everyone.
Oh, yeah.
And then the next minute, you know, they're fucking in a cornfield.
Oh. Fucking hell.
You remember that?
I think, yeah. God, he takes no witnesses, that dude.
No.
He also asked her to play dead at one point.
Oh, yeah, he does, doesn't he?
Yeah. He says, don't tempt me, sis. I'd gladly watch the life slip from your eyes and fuck your lifeless corpse. Maybe we should try it. Pretend to be dead for me while I stuff this warm cunt full of cum. And she's like,
I'm dead.
Gone.
Floppy.
And he's all for it, but they just go back and forth. There's a lot of hate fucking.
There is. But then there's also that creepy fucking dog.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. This is like Supernatural Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, I feel like with the friend group, it's a bit like Scooby-Doo, but then they all seem to slowly get possessed by this demon.
And they're all being picked off one by one.
Yeah, because one of them puts a rand in a blender.
That's where the meat grinder
There we
blender is.
go. Perfect.
Because
See, we figured it out now.
Yeah, we're in sync. Because that's where the demon comes in and he's like, you should put
Your hand in a blender.
your hand in that.
I
Because
think
we've
it'd
all
go
done it.
Great.
We've all thought, I wonder what I put my hand in there.
Yeah. And then, doesn't one of them, they were at another party.
Again.
Is it this book where one of the guys takes a girl onto the roof and he starts sprouting off the psalms?
Yeah.
And then it's like, you taste exquisite, you're the best thing, blah, 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 blah.
And they all witness it.
Yeah. And then like, he like, does he shoot her and then shoots himself and they both fall off the roof?
Yeah.
That is in this book, isn't
Yeah,
it?
and that's how they find out.
I was...
Completely not a different book. That's how she finds out. That's how Cam sort of starts finding out that it's picking them off one by one. You know, and the girl that put her hand in a blender, she somehow survives.
Yeah.
Ends up in hospital, and then the demon comes back for her.
Yeah.
He's like, I ain't finished with you. Mm-mm. And then finishes her off.
Yeah. So you got away the first time.
Not
the
again.
second time.
Here I am. But it's just...
I will say, he is just filthy.
She calls him a good boy several times as well.
It's great. So I've got a bit here that I want to read out.
Okay.
It says, I thought I didn't deserve to come, she says, a note of vulnerability bleeding into her voice. I don't know what it is about you, I replied truthfully as I brushed my lips over the curve of her shoulder, all the way to the crook of her neck. But I'm hooked. She shivers and I place a soft kiss on her skin. I slide my fingers out to circle her swollen pearl. That kind of gives me a little bit of an ick. But
we move
on. I can't get enough of you, and I will fight you every day to get a taste of this. I tap her clit and smile. I've smacked it, licked it, and fucked it, so it's mine. The eerie laugh does wicked things to my heart, things that should scare me. And they do. Cameron terrifies me. I've already cut myself open for her on her gleaming blade, and now I'm a lost cause. The hatred I feel is morphing into something with less of sting, but a bigger consequence. I straighten up and then turn her around and cup her chin, tilting her face up to mine. What's going on in that sweet head of yours?
Why you gotta be like that?
Yeah, because like at the start, it's like, right, Dom's a dick.
I hate you.
Green flag.
Yes. Like, why be nice?
But then, he goes like dead soppy.
He really does. It's one of them
I
where
think that's
she
when-
falls first, he falls harder.
I feel like at that point, that's when we're seeing like true Dom. We're not seeing demon Dom.
No. Because he does get possessed a few times.
Oh yeah, quite a few times.
But then he seems to... He has got the will to get rid of it, hasn't he? And
Yeah, he sort of seems to know how to fight it off.
which is kind of weird.
A little bit.
But it's just... obviously, this demon, like, shows itself in full form.
Oh yeah.
And it's a big fucker.
Oh yeah. It's when she's in his room, and then next minute, you know,
Yeah,
there's
because...
like smoke.
Yeah, so this demon sort of turns up and he straps Dom to a chair at one point.
Mm-hmm.
And
Don't he make Dom watch or something?
yeah, so this demon does the little tongue twirler on her.
And doesn't he possess?
He possesses Dom at one
Aaron.
point, and Aaron.
And Aaron's like,
Aaron and Dom are ready to
fucking-
have a kick off with each other.
They do have a kick off.
Yeah, because Dom all the way through, he was like, no, it's Aaron. He's like,
Don't trust
it's
him.
always him. He's always the one that's turned up and blah, blah, fucking blah. And to be fair, I'm glad Aaron
Died.
got a fucking hammer to the head.
He did get an hammer to the head.
Because fuck that dude.
'Cause
He
Dom
was a
does it,
slimy
doesn't he?
bastard. Yeah.
Did Dom
Yeah.
does
Whacks him on the back.
Did Dom do
Ding,
that?
ding, 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 dong, ding, ding, ding. Dom lamps Aaron on the back of the head.
Yeah.
He's like, I always knew you were after my bitch.
Yeah.
Clonks him one. And then there's still a girl left. Because she
Yeah.
got shot in the stomach, didn't she?
Yeah.
It's all coming back now. She got shot in the
Took her
stomach.
in.
I know. And obviously, it's the demon. And then the demon then goes into Dom. And convinces Dom to hacksaw himself.
Yeah, because he's like downstairs.
They're in that basement. Yeah.
Because
and-
Cam's like in the crawl space
yeah.
with the
dog.
dead family and the dog.
The dead family. Who's the dead family?
Us.
Shit. Because her mum's not a mum, is she?
No.
That's why they're not related.
That's why they're not related. They just think they are.
Her mum was in a loony bin. Or a grandma.
It was a
Auntie.
mum
One of the female members of the family.
because this demon like took control of her family.
And that's how they ended up in the loony bin.
Yeah. Because it was like, oh, it was a murder suicide or something.
Yeah.
But it wasn't.
Because there's a
It were
tree
demon.
outside where someone's hung as well.
It was where her dad hung himself on her.
Yeah.
But then the daughter that survived, because she was at a mace house having a sleepover,
Is
is Cam's mum.
Cam's mum.
But she were in loony bin. the whole time. Mm-hmm. But she finds the corpse skeletons
in the crawl space in the house.
Yeah, that's where she finds
and
the dog.
that's everything comes like flashing back to her. She discovered all her past.
Yeah,
Stuff like this. She knows where the demons come from.
she's now just got to get him back.
She has to somehow try and put him back. Catches him in a summoning circle, bit of salt, salt right windows, and she tries to bind herself to this demon because it needs a living soul to keep going. As if you've read Demon Handbook 101, you should know this. You should know that it needs a human skin suit to keep going. And Dom is like, no, don't be fucking
Can't
stupid.
do this.
Blah, blah, blah. All while half of his intestines are hanging out. Because don't forget, you're
just like
stuffing them back in. Oopsie. Sorry, I dropped my liver. I'll put it back. And she's like, no, we've got to... This is the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. And the ending hurt me.
Aren't they both ghosts?
Yes.
At the end.
Yes. Because a new family comes in. Well, it's...
and she's like, and they're like, are we going to fuck with these
woo!
ones?
Woo! Because I think...
No, it's not a new family.
It's a lot of kids, isn't it?
It's a load of kids.
Again. And they're like, oh, let's do a Ouija. Moo.
And like, Dom and Cam are like...
Again? Has nobody learned
How
this?
can we fuck with them this time?
Yeah. Because they got rid of the demon, didn't they?
Yeah.
Because they got this... these group of friends that come in at the end, they're very much just like, oh, you've heard the story about fucking what's-her-face living here and it's a mass murder and all this.
Yeah.
And then Cam and Dom, who... living the best ghosty lives.
Oh yeah, they're just living it up.
They doesn't the dog survive as well?
No, I think the dog died, but they get to keep the dog.
Oh.
Or am I thinking of another book?
Don't know. This is what I mean. You can't when Harleigh Beck does erotic horror.
She does it so you just feel a little bit melty brained after you've read it.
I think we read this in a course of like 4 days, maybe.
Yeah.
And
you just can't put it down.
It was like we set chapters and that didn't work.
It's like, oh, shall we just read another
Shall we just keep going to another one? And then it's the thing is with the chapters though, they never like rounded off nicely.
No, so you can't just put it down
and
and
then to the next one.
Yeah.
Because you were constantly it's a very much like a whodunit type deal. Mix it with Scooby-Doo in there. I
was convinced that I knew.
So did I.
What was going to happen?
Yeah. I knew this demon was obviously clocking everyone off. But then I don't... Even now I'm like, what the fuck has happened?
I don't know. Because it got to a point. So on our last reactions in it, you can see us trying to figure out what is happening, was going on.
And I can't. I honestly can't figure it out. Because I thought I knew it, and looking back now, I don't know it.
No. So, at one point, I say, well, Dom's going to get possessed again, because I bet Aaron has the window open.
Yeah. Because it comes in through the windows, doesn't
and it does.
And there's that neighbour's house that's got all them...
Yeah, because they kill him, don't
bodies trapped in it, yeah.
Yeah.
On accident, they're
and
like, oh shit.
At one point, you're like... After that, you put, he's a twat. Demon porn. Now she's gone.
Yes.
And then she was taken by the demon.
Yeah.
But she wasn't in the attic where I thought she was. And she wasn't... Wilfred was the name of the...
He was the next door neighbour.
Yeah.
He had all them girls in his house, didn't he?
Yeah.
Did he have to do with it?
He was the axe man. But it was to the point where, like, we had 9% left of the book.
And I still didn't know what was going on.
And we still had no idea
who was who and
what
who
was
did it.
Going on.
I didn't know who was related to who.
It was her granddad that was the ghost. And there we go.
See, we were like, oh, it's a granddad and all this. He was the lumberjack dude that was outside.
Yeah,
It was really fucking good.
it was really good. If you want
someone that's going to mess with your head.
Yeah, and I felt like it was just, you couldn't stop reading it. But
No.
I feel like with pretty much all of Harleigh's work that I've read, once you start it, you can't stop.
You have to finish it.
You have to finish the story. And even then, when you finished it,
It finishes you.
And you don't quite know what to do next. Because I remember trying to write my review, and I was like, I don't
understand.
know.
No. I messaged
I can't
Harleigh,
even remember what I put in my review.
I messaged Harleigh afterwards, and I was like,
fuck?
help. And she was like, she said, because there's a blade in it, isn't there? That they have to get rid of it. Yeah.
With the markings
Yeah,
on.
and she was like, I completely just made that up on the spot. I was like, fuck me. Fuck, I'd have never thought of that.
Because, like, part of my review, I've put... So we have Cameron and Dominic, and the dynamic is just delish.
Oh, yeah.
Dominic is dark and brooding. Cameron is the strange stepsister that wants nothing to do with him, but now can't help herself. This book had me by the balls a couple of times. I was shocked, confused, turned on, and definitely questioned myself a couple of times.
Yes.
But I loved every part of it.
I'm having a brain melt over this book again.
You know what one thing we didn't do?
What?
Ratings.
I'll give you a rating.
What
10.
was it? I think I did say 10 out of 10 at one point.
Yeah, we did a rating for Horror Dude.
We did. I rated it 5 stars.
Always. I knew it was a 5-star from the beginning.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever rated any of Harleigh's work
I've
any
not.
less. Throwing them out like sweets.
And I'm there. Catching them all. It just, it is a proper mind melt.
Oh, yeah. And it just goes and goes and goes and goes.
You don't know when it's going to end.
No.
There's always some sort of fucking plot twist.
They don't call it a Harleigh twist for nothing.
No.
But please go and read it.
You should.
Like, I'm sure we will review more of Harleigh's work when she releases more stuff.
Yes.
But it's just, Conjure really threw me through a loop.
I had a headache after that.
I actually went and laid down in a dark room.
Yeah, I had to go and touch some grass after that.
Yeah, I had to go, like, sit outside for a bit.
Because I was just, what?
It was really good, though.
Oh, yeah. I had the best time.
Oh, yeah, same.
Because I love paranormal. I do love all the ghosty shit.
Because I've read a couple of paranormals now, and I have quite enjoyed them. I do quite like a demon.
I do like a demon as well. I will say that. But it was just... It was great.
It was great.
You should read it.
You should. And on that note, we will see you next week.
Yes.
You will be able to catch any snippets or anything from us all over socials. We are everywhere for your viewing and listening pleasure. We will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye bye.